New week, new documenting the journey.
Standing around right here, right here. 10 days, 10 days, 10 days. 10 days, 10
Welcome back on this channel. I document my journey building my brand, Exchange Life, from 0 to 10 million a year. We sell custom jewelry, and in the first part of this video, it will be all about the brand, what is going right, what is going wrong, relevant for anyone into e-com. And the second part will be my life outside of the brand, lifestyle, self-development, some funny shit, relevant for any young person trying to build cool shit. So yeah, let's get into it.
Standing around right here, right here.
Got some comments last week that you guys didn't like me not wearing a shirt. Hopefully this is better. I'm in a hot environment, so we often wear no shirts, but I listen to my viewers, you know, so I hope this suits you and you can actually listen to what I have to say. First of all, I need to get better at iterating ads. Here you see a winning ad. It works well, but now what do I do with it? I don't know. What does it mean to iterate? Do I add a CTA? Do I change the footage? Change the angle in the text? I'm trying to figure this out. What do we actually iterate when something works? I'm actually talking with the creative agency that is helping me. When I do learn this, I will let you guys know, but now I'm basically just sending it in our creative team saying, hey, let's iterate on this one because it has worked before and it's kind of shitty. But maybe it's actually working because it's kind of shitty, right? There is a lot of caveats to why something is working. So whatever I learn, I'll share with you guys. I think that can be a big lever because you don't actually have to reinvent the wheel all the times, right? So let's see how that goes. I implemented a new thing for the new concepts, which is that we need to have at least one reason why we're creating that creative. Before, the new creative director I hired created the batches for the next weeks, basically saying, let's make this ad. And the ad was just like a random ad that looked nice in the ad library. But why would we have to make that? Like, what is the reason? So we need to have at least one reason for us to make an ad, which a reason can be it works for a competitor. A reason can be a similar thing has worked for us in the past. At least we need one reason. So we're not just making random videos that look good. Creating creatives for ads isn't actually too much about creativity. It's about doing what works for you, doing what works for others, doing what works, looking at the data, improving. So we really need to have a reason to make an ad. This is the first time I've really hired like more expensive talent, actually paying like the decent salary that I never earned myself working a job. The new age entrepreneurs like us, probably you watching, we kind of build a company different than old school people. Like I can source talent from everywhere. I'm comfortable sourcing talent from everywhere. I'm comfortable working with anyone from anywhere on any time zone. There is no limitations for me. So my standards with these higher salary European people, for example, are just so much higher. So it really needs to be good. Let's see how that goes. I'm working on a new organic social media strategy because I got a DM from someone that said, hey, are you guys still alive? Does the company still exist because you haven't posted in a while? And then I was like, fuck. Like, yeah, I don't really post. We post a lot on our organic community. Actually, not the past few weeks or months because the person that was helping me with that quit. Usually we post a lot on the community, but not on the page for the products through which we run ads. So I need to get active there, and it's quite simple. I wrote down some concepts we can post there that are fun, that are still product related. We can do customer stories, so why a customer buys from us, they moved away or their mom moved away, etc. and then show their piece. We can do like a carousel where we show a customer's piece and then show a memory they're trying to capture. We can do trends with the jewelry or trends related, not even with the products, but just about travel. We can do street interviews where we ask people their best memory about a location. We can do memes. We can do studio and model photos. So we also show that we're a proper jewelry brand. All of these things need to get posted. I'm looking for someone that can do this, but for now, I think we can just do that with the internal ad team and the creative director. Also take care of these organic posts. So that will be probably up and running in a few weeks. Keep your eye on our page. It's called Exchange Life Official. I had a meeting with a Facebook rep. Usually you don't learn that much in these meetings, but before I had another rep and I couldn't even get in contact with this rep. And now I have a rep that's really responsive. I got on a call with him. He actually had some good ideas. So I'm actually taking his feedback and running it. So I'm testing that on the side. Never ever shut off what works, but I'm testing that on the side. But there's another point here that I wanted to talk about because I got a DM from someone that is trying to build their own brand, asking me, how do you do this campaign structure? And do you do ABOs and CBOs? And do you do interest or no interest and broad? And I'm like, bro, you're focusing on the wrong thing. My belief, and you shouldn't listen to me, but you're watching my video, so you might as well, is that 80% of success in e-com is about product. 9% is about creative, so creating the actual ads. 1% is about media buying. And then you're like, oh, there's 10% left because there's all these other things that also need to work, right? Good backend, you need to have customer service, etc., etc. But 90% is the front end skill. So I think that is made up out of these things, which means that your media buying isn't going to make or break what you're doing in e-com. First of all, need a sick product that has product market fit and demand, regardless of what you do with the creatives and media buying. Product is the foundation. However the fuck you set it up in Facebook with a CBO or an ABO or an Advantage Plus, it doesn't matter. If you have a good product with good creatives, your product will fly and you can scale. Don't focus on the wrong thing. This is also contrary to what all the gurus tell you, right? We have the key to how you set up your Facebook ads and the campaign structure. Bro, it's all the same. These days, Facebook is smart. It's all about product. It's all about creative and offer as well. Don't get wrapped up into worrying about the wrong thing and just focus on creating a super good product and creating good creatives, and then you'll be able to scale. This was also the key for me. I was trying to scale hoodies. Hoodies with no margin, hoodies that were super niche with Exchange Live on there and 2 flags. Nobody knew what it means. There was no margin. I was trying to scale a product and worrying about media buying and creatives while I didn't even have the first thing, the foundation, the product in place. It didn't work. My brand was actually starting to get scalable after I switched products and turned it into a jewelry brand. A whole other part, which I've been thinking about for a while, is that we have some main creatives that get most of the spend in the ad account. Every time there's a winner in, for example, the ABO, they might not actually be a winner in the scaling campaign. So we keep scaling them in the ABO where we test the creatives. But when we do put them into the scaling campaign, it should also get some spend, right? Because it works in the ABO, but it doesn't because the main creatives eat the spend. So what I did now is I duplicated that campaign without the main winners in there to see if we also duplicate the winners in there, if they can get more spend and more room to scale. If most of the time the same creatives work because they have a lot of engagement and they build up momentum, then is there even a point of testing new creatives every week? Is it kind of a waste of time to focus on the testing in this place at all? And before I'm looking to test to get more scale, should I worry about a new product or a new this or a new that? It might actually be the product that is the bottleneck, that just doesn't have the right demand. Or maybe the timing in the market right now, because it's not gifting season, doesn't have more demand no matter what creative I drop. So should I be even worried about creative testing so much? Why am I even building the creative team in the first place? These are all questions that are in my head, right? That I don't have answers for. I'm figuring this out along the way. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it, right? So I think anyways, it's for me now a good time to create a creative team because Q4 is almost there in about a month and a half. I'll make use of our testing structure. But after that, when the demand goes down again, I should think about this. So what should I actually be worried about and focused on? But there will be some cool new products soon. So I am focused and worried about that as well. I'm really excited for that. I think I finally found something that is unique, that no other brand really does in this way, that the brand can really be known for. I'm excited about this, and I hope this will make a big difference, especially in Q4 this year. And I'm putting a structure to these videos. So I'm actually hiring a video editor, or I hired a video editor. I'm having a cutoff time for these clips. So that's Wednesday. It's today. Wednesday, all of the clips need to be in at the editor. And then at Saturday, we finish the final video, and then it gets scheduled the Saturday after. If you follow me on Twitter, I was kind of like, what should I do? Like, do I have to post once every week, once every 2 weeks? I kind of figured that it's not really about the 1 or 2 weeks where I actually get more footage. It's actually only a few days every week that I get really inspired and record a lot. And I think I will either have that week or don't. So 1 week it will be shorter and 1 week it will be longer, but it's better to just get one out every week. So yeah, I'm going to do every Saturday from now on. Last Saturday I skipped because I was kind of not sure about this, but I think this will be very good for the videos and for the channel. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And that was it about the brand. That was it about what I wanted to tell you in the sit down part of this video, the first part. The second part now, it will be about my life outside of the brand. Hopefully helpful as well, more about self-development and stuff like that. So don't skip it, and yeah, let's get into it. Perfect way to start the day. A coffee. This week's video is done, so we're already on to the next video for this one. And it's really nice because now I just have to upload all of the content and send the instructions to my guy, and then hopefully he can make something nice out of it, nicer than I could before. Okay, so with the video growth, I'm also getting more and more messages about people watching the videos, people being in town in Barcelona when I'm in Barcelona, etc. I have this link now where I can fill up twice a week with people I think are cool that send me messages, or I reach out to someone else. I'm getting a lot of ideas from these things because they usually want to tell their story and, I don't know, like inspired by my videos, or they tell me they really appreciate them, etc. And they're very keen to like tell their own story and talk about what they do because yeah, I don't know. For me, it's always been the same as well. When I meet people that I guess I look up to, I kind of want to tell them and try to give as much value as possible. So I learn a lot from it. I can tell my story once and thousands of people can watch it. And instead of having to chase people, you attract people. And it's kind of sick to see that happening in real life now. Like this guy told me today that I'm like one of his biggest inspirations when it comes down to the videos and stuff like this, which is like sick, right? I was texting Matt this 2 years ago. So it's kind of funny how things go and I'm learning things from it. And I'm, I guess expanding my network, and at some point I will do events and try to bring all of you guys together. Random thought here that I wanted to share, but my friends are out to Ibiza on a jet. It's not my time yet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know your time and place. Even though my friends are at that level, they're all a bit older than me, they're a bit further in their journey, and it's perfect. But I know that my time will come, and it's both with these videos. Like people are saying like, why are you doing this when you got 100 views, when you get 200 views, back when I got that many views? And still now you could argue I get little views, but there are a little bit more, right? Like, why are you even doing this? It's because I know that my time will come. Like there is no rush. It's kind of good that it takes time. For me, there's a lot of benefits to it taking time. I need to handle my business this weekend. They are out on a jet in Ibiza. It's a choice I make because I'm not at their stage of their journey yet. I just need to handle my business, make sure shit is in place. So that's what I'm doing right now. And that's how it works. It's 1:40. We just finished the new video, day 713 of documenting the journey. This video, like I said last week, and maybe in earlier clips, was the video where I tested out to work with an editor for the first time, to really dump all of my raw footage and just, kind of see if he can make it into something cool. The concept was cool, right? So what he did was good, but I think I'm way too specific to be working with this editor in specific. This is a friend from back in the day. I'm way too detail oriented, I guess. Maybe you won't notice it, but I want things to make sense and to be good. And it just took a lot of iterations to get there. I'm gonna try out a new editor, see how that goes, and it'll be a while. But, I'm not a content creator, which is, I think, my edge in this creating content. I'm a business guy, right? I'm building business, I'm building a brand. And I think this gives me this gives me the advantage because I solve things. That's how business works. There's a problem and I solve it. Whereas if you are a content first or a YouTuber, or your dream is to be a content creator, you want to do everything yourself, etc. And me too. But for me, it's simpler to find someone and solve the problem and find a good editor, because that's all I do every day, right? Like that is what you do in business. So I'm gonna solve this, find someone that I can do this every week with. I want to upload every Saturday consistently. So yeah, it's gonna happen from now on, boys. I am going for a run. Everybody in the house is asleep, so I'm putting on my shoes outside. It's 2:30. You guys have seen I've just finished my video for last week. This is already the next one. But I really still wanted to go for a run because I kind of figured something out. I've been like crashing and getting brain fog for kind of always deal with that a little bit, I guess. But lately I've just been trying to find like the pattern. Like, why is this? Did I just break my fucking bag? I think I just broke it. I was trying to find like a pattern of why am I getting this? And then recently I realized that every time I don't work out or sweat or, run, the day after, I just feel like shit in the afternoon. You're constantly just using your brain and not like putting a hard sweat or a hard break on yourself by working out. If you go for too long, then you crash. So if you do that for 2 days consecutively without working out in the middle, you don't kind of hard reset your brain. So I just want to set up my next day to be the best possible day, and I really feel like running. And as you can see, it's 2:30, motherfuckers. Little 4K in the bank, 3 a.m.
Resuming workout.
Workout every day. So we need to make it happen, you know? It's just what gets you strong. Look at this fucking setup. That is fucking big nerd setup.
The mobile desktop travels around the world with me.
People are asking me what is the key to make money and get rich.
It's just a good setup.
Exactly. Really come on now, it's simple. Yo!
I made it work.
What are you doing here?
Check this. So sick.
Part of the good life.
Standing the rest right here, right here.
Look at my new running shoes. I'm not wearing any socks because I wanted to show you. But look, it fits kind of fits this whole apartment. I wanted to show you guys something else as well. I like the running shoes, but I'm doing this thing right now, this DNA test. I talked to you guys before about how I want to kind of do some preventative health things. So there's this guy called Gary Brecka, maybe you know about him, and this test is basically based on his theories. I also want to do a blood test because, yeah, there's just certain things we don't know about our body, I think, and I know that I don't know how my body works, so I want to kind of learn more and see if I can do things preventatively, right? Firstly, I was fully anti-supplement. Now I'm like, why not supplement the deficiencies? I work out a lot, I eat relatively good, but I'm sure there's things I don't know about my body that I do want to figure out for the longevity. So yeah, I wonder how this thing will actually do and how it will go. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Starting to run more. We just did an 8K in the morning. For me, running is my weakness. So it's not the easiest, but now we're basically already at a winning day, so that's good. Quick clip here from the Barcelona streets. One thing I've talked about to you guys before is how everyone has their own insecurities, right? Rooted in, childhood, rooted in experiences from the past and things that are deep inside your brain. And what I've recently realized is if you find out you do something that is rooted, or the cause of you doing that thing, like an action that you do, like posting a screenshot on your story with your revenue, is rooted into that insecurity of not feeling good enough, then if that's the reason you do something, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Some days my fucking screen time is at like 3-4 hours. For what? Like for nothing. And I've been trying to find a pattern between the days where I slump and get brain fogged and the days where I don't. One of them is exercising the day before. The other one is also using this without a reason to use it. So if I'm like just grabbing it and there's no reason for me to be on it and I'm on Instagram and looking on Twitter and shit, if I do that long enough, I don't think it's very good for my, energy throughout the day. The days where I kill it and I'm killing tasks and then I'm on there when I need and I put it away again and I keep going, then it doesn't matter for me to use it. And maybe I've used it for an hour or two by the end of the day. But the days where I'm like not really in it, doing hard tasks, and then grabbing it in between because I struggle getting the task done. These are the days, where I don't feel very energized and I do crash. And I think using this consciously versus unconsciously, the phone, is definitely adding to that. So I'm trying to use it more consciously. Only go on there if I have a reason to go on there. Text this person, look up this thing, go here, go there. Actually look on Twitter and post something instead of just scrolling and unconsciously using this thing. I think that takes away a lot of mental energy. A random fucking thing, right? But yeah, who knows? So a few days ago, I was sitting at the airport because I was flying back home, or actually back here to Barcelona. And I looked up and I saw this guy like smiling at me, huge smile. And I was like, what's going on? And then he walked up to me and he's like, bro, I watch every video. And I was like, bro, that's crazy. So this guy, I told him like, sit down with me. tell me more about what you do and stuff like that. And he did watch every single video. I mean, he knew every detail about what I was doing. He followed me on Twitter, knew when the new video was coming out. And that was pretty crazy to me. I got like goosebumps, you know, because for me, I am someone that's building a business, and this is a long-term plan. But you know, my goal was never to be like a YouTuber or something. So it's crazy that people do recognize you and, you know, like you're a YouTuber. I guess I am a YouTuber these days. And one thing he told me, which meant a lot to me, was that one night he sat down and he watched back every single video, and that, I mean, has taught him something. And that was the whole goal and aim of this channel, right? In the beginning, it's shit. In the beginning, I don't have much to talk about. In the beginning, it's just my thoughts based on nothing because I have no evidence to back it up, etc. But if you go back and you actually listen to what I have to say back then, even though it was very badly filmed and very uncomfortably and not, you know, shared very like with passion because I was so nervous always on camera. Welcome to my first video. On this channel, I'm going to be documenting my journey as a young e-commerce entrepreneur. That was what I was saying. You know, the goal is for people to be able to look back on this in the future when I am at like a crazy point for a young guy, to see my thoughts, what I was thinking to actually get there. And for this guy to say that that's what he did with it was like crazy, because that's like the vision of it all. So that confirms that I'm doing the right thing for myself, because this was a smart guy, cool guy, and he actually did what I intended the videos to be for. So that was really awesome. I hope this happens more often, which it probably will. Let's go. Good food. Can you mix it? This is what I was talking about, by the way, in the last video. I can eat whatever the fuck I want, which is for me crazy. Look how good this food looks. Got some beef rice, some sushi. That was one of the main goals, you know, to eat whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, it just meant a lot to me. Very, very cool. I was in a random fucking airport. This dude knew everything about my life, which is crazy because these videos aren't big, you know. They get a few thousand views, but apparently they're making a big impact already on some people. And hopefully, you know, that will change in the future where it grows the impact, right? So yeah, it's something I wanted to share. Please always come up to me. Probably not a lot of people that do recognize me, but if you do, then come and, you know, I want to hear more about your business and stuff like this. I'll probably do some sort of meetups in the future as well. Just a random thing that I wanted to share. To end this week's video, I need your guys' help again. I'm kind of thinking and contemplating whether I should post one of these journey videos every week or every 2 weeks. Because every time I post now, I feel kind of rushed and pressured, to be honest, because we're always last minute and I'm doing everything myself until this far, and now I'm hiring an editor and trying to find the right fit there to like take over everything from the raw footage on. But I think still it might be a lot for me to post one every week. Maybe not. I mean, I can probably post one every week that it's about 10 minutes long, but maybe not with like enough nice B-roll and stuff like this. But maybe if I put into place the right system, so for example, record at least 3 clips a day, then it would be pretty easy. But I'm not sure about it. So maybe posting one every 2 weeks is better. Or just post one every week if I can, and if I can't, it's the other week. Maybe that's the best way for me to go. I'm not sure, so I need your opinion in the comments. Do you think I should post every week or every 2 weeks? So every 2 weeks would be a longer video, 25 to 35 minutes. Every week would be a shorter one, every 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe I can still make like some nice footage as well as B-rolls and stuff for the intro every week, but it will just maybe look a little bit less good. But then that kind of goes against my own principles of why I started this, because I didn't start this to look good or to become like a big YouTuber, right? But now I do want to improve things, which I've talked to you guys many times about before. But so I should just not care about if it doesn't look as good every week. But yeah, then when you have posted one good video, you're like, I kind of want every future video to match this, right? So it's kind of a self trap or something. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. It'll probably be something like every 2 weeks for sure, and then maybe every week something extra, or I can do another type of video or a Q&A to fill the spot, or just no video. Or I just do every week and then they are shorter and they might look a little bit less good because we don't have as much B-roll and shit to pick from. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. That's it for this week's Documenting the Journey. I hope you guys appreciated this. So this is the first one that is recorded in only a week time span and not with footage of over 2 weeks. Hopefully you appreciated this one. Hopefully you learned something. And I'll see you guys next week. How's it going?
It's clearly absolutely wrong.
So it's been like 1.5 weeks now. I cannot process payments. So I'm basically losing hundreds every day. Yeah, everything is kind of going wrong these past
It's not part of the journey.
And we have to document this as well. But this video will just be this probably. Because I haven't recorded any clips in the past week. Everything is going to shit. I'm losing hundreds every day, thousands in revenue actually. So now what do?
You wait for Q4.
I wait for Q4 2027 to make millions.
Yeah.
I'll be rich by then.
Back it up and dump it, back it up and dump it, back it up and dump it, back it up and